Excuse me.
Okay, let's get going here. Connie, you have anything? Oh,
Kurt was going to bring this up. He and Ben have the contract for the new credit card vendor ready. I didn't know if anyone has any questions.
you okay with it?
Yeah, I had emailed Kurt about a couple, it did not list the equipment that they said they would throw in for out at the compost site. And the one exhibit C mentions at the beginning, this exhibit A. So I emailed the vendor this morning to see if we could get that corrected prior to the meeting Monday. Other than that, everything looked.
Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. I was looking around. I forgot you were on
asking to
the
turn you
computer.
up, Kurt. You're too quiet.
No, she's right. And yes, we've gone over it. And unless she's got some issues with it, we're ready for you to put it on the agenda for Monday or do it as old business either way. And we'll ask that you guys approve it and have authorized Terry to sign the agreement and the addendum, even though the addendum doesn't have a signature line. It's got some terms that are favorable to the county that we want to make sure get incorporated.
Okay, so if I could be on the agenda Monday for that.
Okey doke.
Okay, thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
If I can say that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
can.
can. Thanks, Connie.
It's time. Like my husband.
Joe, we'll let you go next.
Thank you. This is the first time you guys have met Joe.
I met him the other day at the
That's the first time I've.
No, it isn't.
Perfect.
at the range. He was down there shooting.
I know you guys haven't seen him yet, but I just wanted to say, he's been in contact with our office a lot. He does a really good job. He's already developed a program.
Good.
System that, the reason you guys haven't seen him is because the system's working really well. It's covered a lot of ground already.
Would you pay him to say that? Did you give him a bottle of bourbon?
Well, we're both IU fans. We're on the same page.
Oh,
all right. Yeah.
they're okay.
Can't be too bad of a guy.
Good morning. First thing I want to go over is I have a hearing set for January 5th. It's for 604 William Street in Howell. It's for non-compliance. If I have any changes, I will notify everybody involved and go from there. Hopefully we will have some compliance. As of right now, we do not. I went by yesterday, so.
I'm sorry, can you do the address again?
604 Williams.
As I was saying, I thought we had something else in that day.
I handed out a year-end report and summary, and this is something I'm familiar doing with my previous job. I'll do this every year, and I'll also, Tony mentioned doing a quarterly report. The quarterly report will be a little bit smaller, just a summary for the quarter, and then for the year, I'll summarize everything together. I kind of broke down the cases for the year. We have a total of 86. I have compliance with 82, which is pretty good. Something I try to do is not let the cases go on forever. I push them pretty, as Tony knows. I won't let that go. Cases keep continuing on the docket. I've got 5 open cases right now. In the winter, I usually try to take the load down. You're not going to get a whole lot of compliance during the winter time. Points of emphasis. As I started in June 16th, 25. Biggest thing is becoming familiar with the county. I don't think I'm there yet, but working on it. I developed kind of a case protocol. There was something kind of in place, but kind of adapted some things. I put in where I do 3 notices before I go to the warning tag stage, which is the 7 days. So I give them a first notice, second notice, and then give them a final notice. And I actually put in their final notice so they can kind of see that I'm going to the next stage. And these letters, pretty self-explanatory of what's going on, the violation, give them pictures, circle it if I have to, things like that. So it's pretty clear. Try not to do a whole lot with phone calls because they're not always clear. So letters to me are more successful. As I said, we got one going to a hearing on January 5th. Starting to accumulate a list that hopefully will help me in the future and help all of us as a group is I'm starting to accumulate an unkept property structure list so we can kind of keep tabs on those too. Right now I'm up to 18. I know that will grow. And if you do see a structure or a property that maybe I'm not aware of, let me know and then we'll keep an eye on that. A lot of times with some of those properties, you don't have any contact with the owner because they either walked away or somebody passed away. I also reviewed the previous code officer's Open cases, there was 53 of them. Actually closed 50 of them. There was 3 still at hearings. Out of those 50, there's like 18 that I'm still gonna reopen sometime here coming up in the 2026 and go after them. Points emphasis for 2026, continue to work on the unkept property structure list, start addressing the 18 properties I talked about. Late winter, early spring, start going after Northview Estates. What I like doing when I kind of go after an area, I attack the whole thing. I won't just go after a couple, I'll go after the whole smash. Hopefully we can get some compliance, 70 to 80% compliance in that
It'll
area.
keep you busy for a while.
Abandoned vehicles, that's something that, as we know in this county, there's a lot of. Addressing the ones with 3 or more as I go. I can't do them all at once. There's just no way. But that's something that if I see something that looks bad, and especially if it's got abandoned vehicles and then it's got some trash and some other things, most definitely go after them. And like I said, I'll supply quarterly reports to you guys. Just kind of review what's going on in the quarter, what cases I have open, if any cases are going to hearing and so forth. And thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Appreciate that. No, I appreciate it.
I'm done. Kurt's done.
Tony's leaving.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. It feels like he's
See you,
looking
Tony.
at, he's right here on my
You go.
screen.
He is
Yeah.
looking at
It
you.
feels like he's looking at me.
Kurt, you got it. You need
Bye,
me.
Tony. Have a Merry
Thank
Christmas.
Thank you. I'm
Merry
keeping
Christmas.
notes,
Merry
Kathy,
Christmas, Tony. Thank you.
so know.
Go Lakers.
I'll take it.
He has to. He's getting paid.
Here.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's the wrong one. There you go.
Thank you. You want a copy back?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, Aaron.
Ooh.
Well, he was sitting next in line.
Yeah.
If she wants to go first, she sits in the front row.
All right, all I have, what I'm asking for is, the pickup truck purchase for 26. I did invite 3 quotes and I got 2 back. I'm gonna ask that we go with Kelly Chevrolet. They were a little over $3,000 cheaper, for $66,946. I'd like to do a transfer and encumber what funds we can towards this, because I know we're gonna need truck blades and that comes out of the same line item. So we'll do that. I got a transfer slip for Kathy, but just making you aware, we'll move some of those funds over.
Aaron, I'm just curious. Are these 2 quotes identical?
Correct. Yep. So it's a pickup truck with a V blade installed. They're both using the same upfitter.
These dealers are less than a mile apart. That's why I was curious.
Well, Kelly is in Fort Wayne. City Chevy is in Columbia City. The upfitter is W.A. Jones. They're both using the
Yeah.
same upfitter.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I thought the city was down the road.
Yes.
Columbia City's not too far from Fort Wayne, so yeah. I
Yeah.
think W.A. Jones and Columbia City are next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, it's kind of surprising.
Kelly's the biggest fleet dealer
It
in
is.
Indiana, so they're very competitive on pricing.
But we found a place even cheaper than Kelly's. The truck we got, so that was up in Lansing.
That's all I have. Are we talking about anything else, or would that be executive meeting?
No,
Buggy plates, we're gonna,
Kurt's gonna bring that up.
okay, all right.
Theron,
Thanks.
Okay, so now Community Crossings 2026-1 project will be on the 5th at 9. There was an issue in publishing, as we talked about the last staff meeting. Yeah, whatever that was. For Monday, I would like to bring 2 pipe replacements to award to encumber. I have 2, I might get 3. I asked for 3, so I will get those today and then I'll send them on to you so you can see them beforehand. And then Kurt, are you bringing up the sign ordinance?
I can, or why don't you just do it right there? That'd be
Okay.
great.
So I finally did all the fixes to the sign ordinance. Ben and I have been looking at it and I had a list that I lost and found. So he wants to bring those up on the 5th because we have to advertise all the changes, correct, Kurt?
Yes, and I want everybody to, the three of them to have a chance at least to look at it.
No, that's fine.
First. So
So the
thank you.
no problem. And okay, that's all I have.
That was a big effort by Theron, I'll tell you, too, just so you know. That was a lot of work to get all that stuff coordinated. So we'll get those drafts out to you gentlemen here soon, and then you'll have some time to look at them and ask questions. But yeah, if we can, we'd like to look at passing them on the 5th.
Yeah, a lot of duplicates. We really just cleaned it up.
That's
Just all the
good.
signs.
Okay, Sheriff?
Okay, good morning. The first one I have is not for Monday. I just want to give you guys a heads up. Went to council meeting, had some funds that I had left over, so we put that into a parking lot fund. Last year we were trying to, what's it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. You put that into a,
The parking lot.
oh,
The
okay.
fund that- yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry, I
The
just
fund- the
didn't
funds
hear
for
it.
the parking lot. Last year we were trying to get the entire parking lot done down at the sheriff's office, and
It's been a while.
it's been a while. So right now I had Paul, we reached out. I've got two quotes one from API at 115,600. And then the second one from Pulver, which was $96,678. Those are the only two I have so far. But this is something we're going to want to make sure we get done in the spring. It's long overdue. We got a bunch of issues down there. So just kind of want to give you a heads up that we're trying to do our homework to get that finished up. So
They're gonna tear the old one up, they're just gonna lay over top of it.
no, we want to mill majority of it down. If there's spots that they don't have to mill down, then it'll be like a 3-inch overlay. And then the areas that we have to mill down, I didn't want to do just a seal and
Yeah.
crack fill.
No, it wasn't, it needs redone.
This will also include the stone area where work release is at,
Yeah.
including the part of the new training building too. So I want to get the entire thing done. So
This is in addition to the other parking lot work that you had done or had approval for?
no, this is
This is,
the entire parking lot at the sheriff's office. Yeah. Just some of the parking area is stone, but this is included with API and Pulver.
so are you, I'm sorry, I'm lost. Are you encumbering?
That funds that we did, yes, when we went to council.
Okay. But you're going to ask to encumber those into next year. Have they approved the purchase yet?
No, this is just a heads up. We haven't got that far yet.
If you want to do the parking lot in 2026, you are going to have the purchase approved by them on Monday, and then you can encumber the funds?
No, I don't know. I'm saying I don't need to get that far yet. Because when we went to council, they approved those funds.
The council may have approved it, but they have to approve the purchase so that you can encumber it.
Okay.
If you want to use 25 funds in 26.
Just come Monday.
We'll just
Did
do
you say-
that on
okay,
Monday.
I
Yeah.
just want to make sure we get
Yeah.
that done.
We haven't got there. I'm hoping to get another quote.
Okay.
And then, Kurt, if we're under the 150, do I not need to advertise?
Well,
It's a service.
you have to just request it through the 7-day process, the US mail, all that. So I don't know what you've done. So I guess I would ask you to either now or sometime after this meeting, send me a summary of what has occurred. Because you can't, it's a public works project. It's not like buying cars. Cars, you're absolutely right. You just get 3 quotes. If it's under 50,000, you can buy them. When it's a public works project, it depends on a lot of different variables. So if it's 150,000, you don't have to publicly bid it, but you still have to go through the RFP process. So I'm a little worried that you haven't done that yet, which maybe we don't have to. I just need to better understand the project. But secondly, if that's the case, then I don't know how you encumber 25 funds for 26 because you won't have a contract.
Okay.
Am I wrong, Kathy?
No, that's why I was trying to figure out if we had an actual contract or an approval. of the
Right.
project.
And I was listening to the sheriff, and if we can do it, of course. I'm just a little caught off guard, and so I don't know if we can at this moment. But if he can get me everything he has, I'll take a peek at it and check the statute. The number is correct, though. It's 150,000, Sheriff. What I don't know is whether or not, in obtaining those quotes, we have to actually send out an invitation through the US mail. You know, that statute has changed a couple times, especially this summer in July. So I want to double check what you've done and what we have to do and make sure it's okay first.
Okay, yeah, all we did was we reached out for a couple quotes, kind of see where we were at. And then for the funds that we had through council was to move that over to a fund to move so we could use that for next year.
Sure. And I may be saying the wrong thing, so I want you guys to interrupt me if I'm incorrect. The paving it is not an issue, and bidding it out or not bidding it out is not going to be an issue. The question I'm concerned about is if you're actually trying to encumber 25 funds for 26, I don't know how you do that without a signed contract, unless Kathy tells me that that's not what we're doing.
No, that's what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
If it.
We're on the same page of what we're concerned about. Not doing the project, that's not an issue. It's how do we mechanically do it internally with.
So if we approve it Monday, we're okay.
Yeah.
What's that, Terry?
But he might have had to reach out to vendors in a certain way. Kurt's going to check on that.
Yeah.
So you might not be able to approve it if he hasn't did it in the right process. And Kurt will check on that.
Okay. And
If it ends up that you can't encumber your 25 funds, then you just have to go back and do an additional next year.
okay.
It's just a different process to get it done, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah. And you know, like I said, we just reached out for some quotes, just kind of see how much, like, we get a ballpark where
It
we're
might
going to be
have
at.
been more formal than that. That's what we're.
Yeah, and that's good, Tracy. It's good to have that because that gives us a clue, because one of the things the statute does say is if it's estimated to be more than 150. So what you've done for us is satisfy that, which is no, it's not estimated to be over 150. So that's good. So that fits us within that 150 and under statute. And so I just want to pull it up, look at it, read it, and see if doing quotes like you did is adequate, or if we actually have to invite them through the US mail, because I'm guessing you didn't do that, which is fine. We'll just do it in this, in January.
Okay, sounds good. And really is just, we'll give you guys heads up that that's what we're working on. We'd like to get that redone in the spring. So, okay, thanks, Kurt.
I just think it's a mechanics thing, and I want to understand it. So I'll double check it when we get off this meeting, and I'll pull up the statute and I'll let Kathy know.
Okay, sounds good. And then for Monday, I've got Chief Bender here also. We've been doing some work on the 800 paging system. So Chief and I went around, checked the 800s. Right now, I feel fairly confident that they're working very well. Also had a guy from IPSC here, which are the ones that test our towers. So the only issue was Stone Lake, which we've had issues there before. So when I did the page, the first one I did it right at the public access, dead silence. It was nothing. As soon as I got up by Mel Pritz right there, it kicked in and it showed that I had good signal. So we ran another.
You're in a hole there, public access.
It is. So then on his count, he's looking at his number should be like 40 to 45, which is a good reading. Stone Lake was 37 at two different areas. The third one was 41, so we were over the 40. Everything else, we had some in the hundreds, high 50s, 60s, 70s. So everything else throughout the county, we were getting some good readings. And then
is there a tower that we can bounce off over there in Elkhart or something? Or
there's possibly, that's going to be out of my area. I mean, that would be the IPSC guy. Because I'm sure there would be some licensing or something. I know we had the one cell towers up there too, but even if we put on there, I'm not sure where that little bowl's at Stone Lake around 1150 West.
Well, nothing's going to be perfect, I don't think so.
And I know,
so the way the 800 paging is set up or supposed to be when I talk to IPSC is that they will include that paging, not just on the LaGrange tower, obviously, but all the outlying towers around the county. So it should be coming off. And I know Steve was at our last Chiefs meeting. I think Terry was there. They're supposed to be checking on that to make sure that those talk groups that page comes off of is indeed in those towers in Elkhart, to try and alleviate some of that problem up there. Because I know even talking to the Shipsy Fire Department, they have some issues once they get up in that area too with handhelds and stuff. And I don't know,
which ours do too.
You guys probably do also, but So I did get, and I brought copies if you want them. I did get 2 different quotes for the pagers.
I don't think they've seen them, so yeah.
The unication,
Thank you.
so there's, in that packet, there's 2 different quotes for the pagers. Unication sets a price on the pagers, or sets a max price, I guess. ERS was the low one out of that. We originally quoted 139. I went back and asked all the departments for a roster, which you also have. And then I did ask them, because I know some have purchased some of these pagers. So obviously we don't need to buy dual.
Yeah.
So there's 136 total pagers then. That would cover all the fire departments.
And we talked about taking this out of the safety fund and that, and when I talked with the fire chiefs, I told them, I said, we're not gonna buy you extra pagers and everything. We're gonna buy for what's on the roster. 'Cause I don't wanna, somebody putting in, they only got 15 guys, but they want 25 pagers. I says, we're not gonna do that. So they can afford to buy a pager or 2 themselves if they want an extra one, but.
No, and I've talked to Terry about it, and I have, yeah.
And
I have no problem buying a couple extra pagers here and there for, I mean, they're,
We've had such a problem with this, as the sheriff can tell you, that it's been an issue for a while now, so. We're talking, 120, I can't see it. There.
126.57.
126.57. And that would be down.
Yeah. Left them at home.
And it would be down just from that. There'd be 3 over there.
Appropriated?
No, not yet, but
Okay.
we want to do this after, well, we want to approve and do it take it out of safety money.
Okay, so you're bringing this Monday,
Monday.
Yeah,
but you don't have funding for it yet, so it'll be subject to council
Yeah.
approving funds.
we just didn't have a number.
Okay.
So I wanted to get the number and get it
Okay.
approved and get it to council so they can approve it, so.
Then we had to do the testing too. Because we
Yeah.
wanna make sure we're gonna.
And they did the testing, but they did not put the 800 in the pager. They were going around doing VHF. There was a mix up what they were doing, I guess, so.
So just want to let you know, if you approve this Monday, council cannot do an additional appropriation until February at the earliest, maybe March. They don't allow them in January. So.
How long is this bid
That's
good
what your
for?
Quotes, that's why I wanted to say,
I think I don't think the price is gonna change any, so.
okay.
And I've got to get hold of, I just got LaGrange's numbers, fire department numbers. So I'll get a hold of ERS and have them update that to 136.
So that number, is that gonna be correct then?
It'll be lower than that.
Lower? Okay. We'll just do up to that money, that amount. I was hoping to do it a few months ago, but there was a delay on the testing of the pagers and everything. So you guys okay with you bringing it up Monday?
I think one thing too to look at with the 800 paging is you're going off of the state sites and they're maintaining those sites.
Mhm.
So there's not really, other than the equipment and dispatch, there's really not.
He's already
Any-
upgraded
It's
that.
already been updated, yeah.
There's really nothing outside of
Right.
the sheriff's department building to
Yeah.
worry about anymore if we make that switch. And I know Cal, Stubendi, Cal Noble is starting, Kendallville's already on it. Noble's County is looking at it. So I think more and more of them are going to it, but
It's just been an issue for such a long time that
We just have it installed on our back console right now, which to install it on the front two, the main two, is not gonna cost us anymore. It's basically a thumb drive. We download it and you get the icon on the paging area. So we just didn't want to put it up there and then confuse them with it not being in use at the current time, so.
All right, we'll take care of that Monday.
thank you.
Thanks.
Charlie only has 136 firefighters. It's not very many.
Mm. So Pat, what you here for?
I tried to tell you, but I couldn't tell you like
No,
she
you didn't
told
do a
you.
very good job.
Unfortunately, I brought you some work to do.
Oh, boy.
According to our new rules at the state, if we have an opening to fill with a caucus and we don't do it within 30 days, it falls to the commissioners. So we have an opening for an advisory board member for the trustee in Eden Township. We did not get that done in 30 days. So now it falls to you. And I've talked with Kathy about it. You have a whole process that you have to go through also. You have to have him appointed by, at the latest, January 8th for your 30 days. There's only been one applicant that I'm aware of, and we've searched and gone through all of the steps. So I brought that paperwork to give to Kathy. The person applying was Craig Mast. He has not voted, according to our rules, you have to have voted in the last two primaries to be a qualified Republican unless I, as chair, sign differently for him. He has not voted in the primaries. He does vote in the general. He is, I believe, a strong Republican, to be honest with you, very conservative. So I have done the paperwork to certify him as in good standing Republican. That's a big issue nowadays. But I have done that with him. And Kathy's got all the other information that I know of. If there's anything else I can do other than apologize, I have never once in my career ever had this happen. It got lost in the shuffle, and I'll take the blame for it.
That's all right.
So now it goes to you guys.
We can do that Monday then?
No,
or-
you have to do January 5th.
January
I have to
5th,
Mail
okay.
a letter to you 10 days, so we're moving it out to January 5th.
All
I'm
right.
just letting you know. Before you leave, I have just a couple short questions.
Okay,
for my
and I've
letter,
got
I'll
the
show you my
forms and
sample.
everything I can give you. I don't know what forms you need to file because they're different than mine. Because mine are done through caucus by the party. So yours, as doing it from the commissioner,
You mean once appointed, once they? do
yes,
their
once you
business? Oh,
appoint it.
yeah,
I don't
have
know
no
what
idea
that
what to
paperwork is,
file.
but I'm sure we can find it with
Okay.
the state election board. I've talked with them and they are fully aware too, so. Like I said, so this is the only time it's ever happened in all the years I've been around, so I apologize.
All right.
Questions?
It's an easy one, Pat.
That's an easy one.
Okay. Way
So
to
you're
go.
gonna get a letter in the mail from
Yeah.
me regarding this. That's one of the requirements.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
that's-
you. I said I thought she
I
should be here
know.
to explain
Yeah.
it. 'Cause
Yeah, we talked.
I was
and-
not gonna be able to explain it that good. We talked.
Well, that's gonna take forever.
I just have to mail it, and it'll be going out today.
Okay,
Just letting you know, that's why we couldn't do it on Mondays, because there's a 10-day that we have to do. it.
okay. Purdue?
Ugh. This is not as peachy as we wanted it, is it?
What's that?
You're still getting them, aren't you?
Birds? Yeah. But they have slowed way down.
Yeah.
I think we had one batch, one barn Friday was the last time. But it was at a point there where we were getting 2 or 3 a day, sometimes even 5 a day. So it has slowed way down. The community has kind of wrapped its mind around the idea of not having church and other
Staying away.
functions at farms, at poultry farms. And that has really helped.
Mhm.
It took some legwork, but we got the message out there that we just can't have social functions, church functions at farms, poultry farms right now. And that has really,
It's kind of hard to do down in the Southwest when they're all on top of each other.
well, at least if you're not at the farm and not having church there and that sort of thing, that helps.
I talked to a guy the other day, he's got 23 barns around his house. He's not Amish.
Well, you can make some changes in the zoning ordinance. I
Well,
guess.
hopefully they're working on it.
But you got to remember when you're doing zoning, it's 2 votes, right? Planning Commission is just making a recommendation. 2 votes, approve that out of the 3 of you.
Oh, I know. I know.
So that's been happening for a while. Second thing, so I'm kind of encouraged about the avian flu right now. Second thing, and I'm not gonna be here Monday, so, but our copy machine decided that it's gonna die. The color side of it died. Black and white is still functioning, and the scanner's still functioning, but the color side of it's dead. So we will probably be coming to you sometime next year. I haven't even started the process of working on a new one, but it's been off contract. See, I've been working here now almost 3 years. And it's been off contract at least 5 already. So we've got our money worth out of it, but it's
Is that something the county purchased or was that through?
yes. Yeah.
So you're gonna get with IT then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. The other thing I was going to tell you about, give you an update on personnel. As you know, we've got a vacant position with our 4-H position. They advertised it. We had 5 candidates. 2 of them were very unsuitable. We had some people that were suitable, but they had weird ideas. One of them wanted to live in Tipton, Indiana, and drive up here every day.
Huh.
And it
That's a
was
couple hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, I don't understand the way people think sometimes, but, so we're basically back to the drawing board again. So that'll be happening first of the year. They'll be advertising it again.
You have to have a degree for that?
Yeah, they're, BS degree. Used to be a master's. They've lowered their standards. So, which is good. We need to get some more bodies in there now. So that's where we're at. All
All right, thanks.
right. Take care.
Thanks, Jeff.
Al? Did you shake your head no, Robbie? That's what I thought. I asked Al to come. He's got a question because they've changed the rules on him now. So
Oh, they did change, they changed
and we
it.
had questions for Kurt.
They went ahead and changed all the rules on you?
Well, they're working on it. I think we're pretty much, I think we're getting in pretty good shape here. There's just one, I got 3 sets there.
Oh, I see.
I got one for Kathy too, if you want it.
I do need it.
Okay, I'm here to kind of give you an update on where we're at with IDVA and office standards for the counties, et cetera, et cetera. I want to begin by applauding the IT department here. Kurt?
Yeah. How about
Like
that?
you're right here. Reason I do that is last Tuesday, we had a WebEx meeting with IDVA Commission. And we all got logged on, but we could neither hear nor see anything.
That's the state for
So
you.
there's a call-in number, so I dialed into that and I could hear bits and pieces. So there's enough complaints that they had another meeting yesterday. The quality of the WebEx was really poor. It was hard to understand. Anyway, I shared with you Senate Bill 433, which is the legislative answer to the Hamilton County fiasco that we've talked about. And then also the IDVA standards that they have put together in response to this legislation. You know, I think it's a perfect example of administrative state that we're in, because there's stuff in these standards that I can't make a connection between that and the Senate Enrolled Act 433. I did share these with Kurt beforehand. We were really struggling with IDVA. They insisted that we all be full-time employees. Every county had a full-time employee. They finally backed off from that. And I think we've got a workaround. Part of the standards, we have to post our office hours. So most of well, I don't know of any counties that don't work by appointments, because it's not like going in and paying your taxes. It's
Yeah.
it's a process to file a claim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post my hours like the standards call for. I'm going to say that hours Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, by appointment only.
That works.
And that doesn't mean that I'm going to be in the office every day from 8 to 4. I'll still
You can make that.
abide by the
Yeah.
terms of our
Mhm.
employment agreement. So there is one, I did give, there's, the American Legion is the one that really accredited all of us guys. And there's a lot of concern about what's going on here between the Legion and IDBA, and they're working on a MOU. They're called a Memorandum of Agreement. And one thing that's in here that I shared with Kirk is that we are not going to be allowed to keep any paper files in our office. So what that means is I've got file cabinets with hundreds of claimants' files in them.
Okay.
And so we don't want to destroy them because I have use for them, going forward a lot of times. So they need to be scanned into the claims management system. And I think, in talking to people who've done this, that 2 people can do it a lot quicker than 1. I talked to HR, and Jenny thought we could maybe get an intern. And I told her that we need to keep in mind that all this stuff is of a confidential nature, either income, medical, whatever. And she said that she thought Kurt could draw up some kind of a agreement that the gal could sign, a confidentiality agreement, or the guy or whoever it is. And she thought she could locate somebody that would come in and do that as maybe like an intern. We may not have to pay him anything. But it's going to be a process to get that done.
You can do that, Kirk?
Yeah, I haven't, of course, read through all the rules. We've got a meeting, I think, scheduled, or a phone call scheduled after the first of the year to go through everything. So I want to make sure that it's legal to do it. But of course, we can draft a confidentiality agreement. What I want to do is make sure that that satisfies their requirements, because there are some things that you can't have. For instance, in our office, we can't have an intern working because of the confidentiality rules that apply to us. Even if they sign something, you can only have somebody working that is an employee, or somebody that is in law school, or that is paralegal. So there's certain things ethically that you have to be careful of. I want to look at those rules and make sure. But to answer your question, yes, we can definitely do it. But I'm not saying that's going to work.
Yeah.
I need to better understand it with Al, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, the claims management system we work with, if you're not accredited, you can't have full access to it. So that's another issue that we're going to have to figure out. But
yeah, and I agree with that. And my experience, being a certified VA attorney, is that you want to be extremely cautious with that, which is why I'm not saying they can't do it. What I'm saying is I want to make sure that if we let them have access to this information, that it's legal to do so, because the document, is just a piece of paper. I want to make sure that letting them have access despite that is okay. So yeah, I think we're on the same page. I just want to make sure that it's doable before we actually draft something. But
All right.
yeah. Anybody have any questions?
No.
I think everything's going to work out eventually. I don't have any problems with all the other standards that they included as far as training, equipment. We've got all the equipment they're asking for. Training is a good thing. We've been trying to get more training for the last 10 years. So
All right.
the thing is, the Senate Bill 433, when they talk about training, excuse me, they say in the language there that the training will be conducted by the IDVA with the voluntary cooperation of the veteran service organizations. That's not who they're using. They hired some national outfit to come in and train us. So.
All right.
All right,
Thanks, Al.
thank you.
Jenny? All right, Jerry? Zach? Well, we have them to look at, yeah, on Monday. Yep. Kathy, you got anything?
I do have a couple things. Hang on a minute, got piles. The first is the team court contract. We are going, it'll be up for your approval, and it's just a 6-month contract. JDAI is looking to whether they can bring that in under their umbrella, and then they will pay for it from JDAI funds. But we didn't want to cancel the program for now, keep it going. So this is just 6 months versus a year. Edited the numbers to purchase 6 months. So I'll have that for Monday. We also have the ARC Animal Shelter agreement for, it's an amendment to the contract. As you know, the price, the contract amount has decreased slightly over last year. We've got Kurt has drawn this up, the amendment, just with the new price. I'll get that to you. So that's for Monday as well, if you want. And then this is this resolution you guys passed at your December 15th meeting. It's the Housing Optimizer Pre-Construction Grant Program to support. It was already approved to be signed outside the meeting. So I've got it for you today, so you guys can sign that. That done.
All of us?
All of it. It's a regular, it's 2 places. You went through all the steps, you just didn't have the document to sign.
We made a mistake there, Kevin. We made a mistake there. Enough signature lines for both of us too.
And then I think the last thing I have is your board appointments. Still been getting them this week, but this is the revised list. I will send that out to everybody. I've been sending you the applications, but that's the comprehensive list of all positions available and the applicants that we have.
Okay.
I think that's all I got.
Okay, Kurt, what you have?
All right, let me get my list here. So we've talked about the contract with GoVolution. We'll do that Monday. The status of the Major Moves contract for the EDC. I made the changes based on the information we got from their lawyers, and I incorporated that information into the contract, and it is in what I would consider to be final form, and it's been given to them to sign and get to us. If they do, great. I guess if they don't, then that's up to you, but I want to go on record saying that I would not change it at all unless I'd made a typo or something. To me, we're at a point where somebody's got to stand firm and say, this is the final draft, and I think you're there. Anything less than what I've given you is dangerous from your perspective, given all of the other issues. And so I would recommend that you basically take the position that once it's signed and returned, then of course you can start the process of issuing the monies out as they fill out the claims form. And if not, then I wouldn't proceed forward. So I haven't heard a thing. I haven't gotten a response, and haven't seen the document. So I don't know if it'll be ready for Monday or not. So if you have any questions, if not, I'll move on to the next item.
All right, that's it, because that's in their court now, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And all I did is basically they provided a letter to me, which supposedly was based on a review by Ice Miller in Indianapolis that provides that they did not follow the 36-1 public bidding statutes when they did this. They followed 532, which is another statute that deals with what's called a GMC. It's basically a general manager contract provision. And I didn't know that that's what they were doing. Nobody told us that until we got the letter. I suspect they figured it out after the fact, but either way, they're certifying to us that that's what they did and that they're in compliance with public purchasing laws and they will remain in compliance with public purchasing laws. And as they fill out each claim form, they certify that to us. So
Okay.
at least if they aren't, and something would go wrong and you would get audited and written up, we can recover those funds from them. That's what the document basically says now.
Okey doke.
Okay. Then the working on, as you've directed me to do, continuing to prepare for your, for lack of a better way to explain it, horse-drawn vehicle plate regulation. There's going to be, at least from my perspective, hopefully, the plan is to have 3 items for you on Monday. If I can get everything pulled off between now and then, and that would be an ordinance that would increase the fees to $300, basically, starting out this next term. And then there'll be a proposal for you to consider that would be a memorandum of understanding with a not-for-profit group that is interested in making a contribution in lieu of those fees. And then finally, looking at the possibility of authorizing the auditor to send a termination letter to the trustees. So you'll have hopefully that to consider on Monday. I don't have it completely ready yet, and not because I have the documents done. I'm waiting for the other parties to respond, and I have a meeting this morning as soon as we get done here to further go over that and hopefully get that resolved. So that's that. I don't know if you want to ask any questions about that at
So
this
there's
time. Or wait till Monday.
so there's essentially 3 options. We want to keep it the way it is and raise the place to $300. The other option was the church districts were gonna, each district was gonna sell plates. And I'm not in favor of that. That's a lot, but that's one of the options we can discuss on Monday. Then the third one was the non-for-profit organization in a one lump sum. It's a yearly contract in lieu of plates. So, but they'd also would have some kind of identification card located in the buggy for, in case they have a wreck or a runaway buggy or something along those lines. So those are the 3 we're going to talk about next week and go from there. So.
Good.
Can we talk about the number yet? No,
I wouldn't say yet because we don't have confirmation.
Okay.
At least I've got, that's what this meeting is about coming
for
up.
this one? Okay.
So I should, like I said, my goal is to have that for you on Monday.
Okay. Any other questions?
Definitely.
All right. What else you got, Kurt?
Okay. Kathy covered the EDC housing grant opt-in resolution, so that's good. I don't know if there's anything further you need from me on this Inspiration Ministries grant and the letter of intent, but I believe I've prepared all the
We
documents.
sent everything to them, so everything's signed, so.
Okay.
And Okra said they received it.
Okay. Then I really, other than if you have something for me, I had given you and given Kathy, I don't know if she's passed it out, probably has. Then we need to appoint somebody. Well, you need to make all your appointments to the RDC because their terms end December 31. So I don't want to go into the new year without, if I can, having people not on that board. And I know that one person had indicated they weren't going to reapply. And so I sent you an application for someone else. And if you have questions about that person, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them.
You got that on the list, right, Kathy? That one person or?
The new one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I sent you his email.
So,
Okay. No, I think we're good there, Kurt.
Okay, then I don't have anything else unless people have questions for me.
You can go on vacation now.
Well, I got this meeting coming up as soon as we're done, but yes, I thank you guys for working this out. And Ryan, thank you very much for coordinating this. If the fact that I can use it means that you did a great job because I'm not the most technologically competent person in the world.
Yeah, I told him to make sure it worked. We're dealing with an attorney, so we gotta make sure it's
Thank you.
easy to
Yeah.
use.
You're right, Terry.
One other thing, I think you've dealt with him in the past, Perry Schrock. He's been bugging me, wanting to know.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, wanting to know that we wanted to.
I've talked to him numerous times, face to face.
He's
Okay.
called me every day.
Oh, yeah, he's been calling me, and I finally told him, I said, we have a meeting on Tuesday.
What's this about?
There's a piece of
200 south, that
property.
old
400
county
east.
road that goes back. There's two county road. There's a county road now that is established. There used to be two roads went back. One went left, one went right.
Mhm.
The county closed the original road. And everybody out there wants a piece of it, including me. And can't.
Well, he keeps saying, well, people walk it and they mushroom hunt it. And I thought, well, that's.
I've told him what they
probably
do
what it's
numerous
for.
times.
I mean, if it's,
Goes back to
if it's
Bear Lake.
county ground, I mean, and they can walk it in the spring. 200, the corner, 200.
I'm just saying that lady out there because I'm going to refer him to Robbie because I don't know what to tell him anymore. I've told him what to do because I went through the process and there's an attorney named Bachman that shut it down. And I tried to explain it to him.
I just told him, okay, so I can let him know that, I'll let him know that you'll get a hold of him. And
Please.
Okay.
And he's going to tell you, well, he won't call me back. No, because I don't have anything to tell him yet.
well, I kind of felt the same way because we had talked about this. I think we talked about this a number of years ago, a couple of years ago, and we decided that nothing was going to happen. And he just
You're talking
keeps-
about yeah, that's right here, right? That's that strip of land right
Right,
there.
that's
right
strip of
along
land
there,
right there.
yep,
Yeah, he wants that strip and it's county right away.
right.
Right.
He said people walk it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot of people. They cut trees out of it. They use it.
yeah, it's our county
But
right
there's a
away.
problem at the
We're
east.
not giving it up because you know, who knows in the future if they have to do something down there. Yeah,
I was gonna say, I feel like we've talked about it multiple times, and I told
There's a
him,
problem at the east end of it.
there's a problem at the east end.
There's a group out there that says they own it,
Oh,
but the county has no record of that.
bet you they don't either then.
They mow it.
Good.
We don't get in, we don't get into that. We'll skip that.
okay,
Anyways, I have nothing else.
right, yeah.
That was it for me.
Okay, we're good, Kurt.
Am I getting back on for any other, or is there no need?
No, there's no exec session or anything today, right?
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll just go to my other meeting.
Yeah, She advertised we need it. I don't have anything. You guys have anything? I don't see anything.
Nobody's
out there.
throwing anything at us.
No.
I don't see anything.
We're good.
Okay.
Christmas. We'll get you suntan.
Yeah, that's not gonna be my plan, but yeah, at least I'll get outside.
You're not gonna lay around the pool?
Not really. That's not my thing.
Yeah, he already swam for an hour this
Oh.
morning, so.
In the ocean?
I want just to lay down and
Go swimming in the ocean, see if you can track any sharks.
I will do that.
Sharks afraid of him, probably.
Yeah.
Yep, I will do that.
All right.
See you, Kurt.
See you later. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, no need, Ryan.